Hey y'all, welcome to the channel that brings you multidimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view and that they're not for a specific time but should resonate with you whenever you come across them. So you guys, I did a Starseed reading for mantis beings, right? For mantis starseeds, and y'all ain't fucking with it. And I was like, okay, I think also though, I mean, it's not one of the common starseeds, like it's I say it in the reading, they're quite private, so maybe you guys are not aware of like how that aspect of you is actually mantis, because I'm pretty sure the mantis aspects of you guys is activated. I think you just don't know that that aspect of you is actually mantis. So I'm gonna do a starseed reading for gray starseeds, for those of you who identify with being gray starseeds. Now here's the interesting thing, guys. The gray starseeds work so closely with the mantis beings. So I figured, like, okay, maybe people are not that familiar with the mantis beings yet. Maybe everybody right now is still stuck over the whole gray controversy. Like, everybody's like the grays are bad and like wada, but like more information is coming out now, and a lot of people are finding out that like, yo, these beings are actually mostly just facilitators. Like, they didn't even do anything. But yeah, so if you're here and you identify with gray beings, like in terms of like you identify with being a gray starseed, then please check out the mantis reading, because I promise you it will resonate. All right, let's get into it. The grays, let's use this wisdom of the night, just to I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy. I'm getting a whole lot of Virgo energy. Like, gray beings, I don't know, it just seems all about the grind. It's all about the work. It's all about the work. It's all about gray beings understand the whole equation of input and output. Like, exactly what you need to mix together in order to get whatever it is that you want. They're just so precise in ingredients. Like, gray beings don't waste, and that comes to emotions, time, any of that. Like, so if you resonate with like gray beings as a starseed, you like, people might find you cold. People might find you a bit like standoffish. Some people might even say like ukhohlakele nontlizembi. And yet you have this sense of humor, which is also dark. Your sense of humor is also quite dark. And yet it's strange. Everything else about you is quite light. And that makes sense. It's not strange. It makes sense. It's because you don't carry much baggage. Because like I said, gray beings don't... Everything a gray being does is going towards something. They don't do things just for. Like, I'm sorry, but you'll never find a gray being just chilling. You'll never talk to a gray being and be like, I'm talking about like the actual beings. Like, if you are meditating and you're connecting with like the grays, right? And you ask the grays like, yo, what are you doing? Never will they say, we're just chilling. I swear you'll find Pleiadians chilling. I swear you'll find Andromedans chilling. I don't think you'll find Syrians chilling. They're not the type either. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but grays, you'll never find gray beings chilling. Like, for them, like I said, from them, every moment in which you are alive is, a moment that you can create, or is a moment towards creating a reality in which you can learn from, can love, can interact with. I'm suddenly getting quite a bit of information. and then it all just went away. What's up with that? Okay. But yes, I am getting, for those of you that resonate with this group of star beings, there is a lot of Virgo energy here. There is a lot of you're able to work in a group, you're able to work by yourself, you like collaborating with like-minded people or people that just have the same like work ethic as you do. There's something else I got, but I lost it. Oh, you observe a lot without saying anything. Like, you know how to just be aware. Like, it's so weird. It's actually quite a strange feeling because it's a little bit like psycho, but like, not in a bad way. Like, not really. I don't know how you can be psycho in a good way, but what I'm trying to say is I wasn't trying to offend you. I'm trying to be funny. Because I cracked myself out. I'm sorry. You don't have to address everything. Like, you don't have that in you. Like, you don't have to address every single situation. Like, you can see someone do something that they know they shouldn't be doing, and like, yeah, you don't have to go, yeah, I got you. Like, you just make your decisions and your future whatever steps, like knowing what you saw, like putting into perspective what you just witnessed or what just went down. Like, you're not that person that like has to argue about every single thing or be like, see, I told you, or yeah, I saw you, I heard you say this to someone, I saw you do that. But you have this silent way of living your life. It's as if you just decided like you don't want any noise, so therefore, like, yeah, if you see something, why do you need to discuss it with the person you saw it? Must So that counts. Okay, cool. Like, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do some tarot. I don't want you guys to complain. You guys might be having dreams where you're like, it feels more like memories than dreams, really. I would say keep like a journal next to your bed. And like I'm saying, like, if you're fascinated and if you want to have a more like awake understanding about what's happening in your dreams, because it does seem to be like a message, but it's one of those messages, it's gonna calibrate into your reality anyways, like whether you remember it or not, you don't have to. But I mean, I think if you did remember it though, it would kind of catapult you into a more expansive state of awareness about who you are, and will also allow you to do more research, so that you're gonna get in these dreams, it's like there's more clues about your subconscious, about the way you really think, about the way you really feel, and whatever. So keep a journal, and like, you dream something, right? Obviously you wake up in the middle of the night and just quickly like write it down, and then you'll check it out in the morning. But I feel like, yeah, it'll be interesting. Ooh. Results. I feel like you work so hard, Gray Starseeds. You work so hard that sometimes you work right past like the finish line. Like, the finish line will be you don't even see it because you're still on the grind. You're still like, nah, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And it's like, you did it. But you did it. Like, you actually did it though. You've got fulfillment, you've got hope, and you've got wishing. So that's just what I'm getting. It's like everything you hoped and worked really, really hard towards, and continue to work hard towards, everything you're grinding towards. Like, yo, it's literally flourishing around you. Like, if you want, maybe take a step, like, and just take a breath and maybe celebrate yourself like a little bit. I'm getting you're not interested. Yeah, yo, this is so interesting. Like, I'm getting that you celebrating yourself, like, you celebrate yourself by working, like by grinding, by doing whatever it is that you're doing. You seem to love to do this. It's the most authentic part of you, and you like being in that space within yourself. I'm getting that anything else that you do other than this, yeah, it's still you, but like you had to mix it up with a bit of 3D society. Like, just to make it palatable. But there's this thing that you work on like every day, that you're on the grind for, where it's almost like having the opportunity to do the work is your reward. And you receive other types of reward. I'm getting the law of compensation. Like, you and the law of compensation are aligned, like, type of thing. You're aligning with the law of compensation, which is to say the way in which you live out your life makes it so that you're connected to a law of compensation that is aligned with the divine, which is aligned with, like, oversoul, like, alignment, if I'm making sense. So what I'm trying to say is that you're very much rewarded, but I feel like you're a bit blasé about it. So it might be about money. Like, you're a bit like about money. You're a bit about, like, I don't know, people telling you like, "Oh my God, you're so good, you're so good, you're so good." You're like, It's like, to you, the joy of the whole thing is actually doing it. Because, like I said, that's when you feel most you. So for some of y'all it might be performing. For some of y'all, maybe you used to perform. Like, I'm getting poetry for some reason. Maybe you used to perform poetry and you don't anymore. Or maybe you write poetry but you've never performed it. So maybe, maybe you just recently started. I don't know why I'm getting performing in poetry like a lot. So yeah, it just makes you feel alive. I'm also getting that people around you, some of them thought that you weren't going to be able to monetize whatever it is that you do. But the gray in you, son, Shem, they just didn't know. Like, a gray star seed being can monetize anything. If you understand the whole process of commercialism, like, really, really well. From every angle, from production to the people that you're engaging with, to turning that around into material. I don't know, you're just really, really, like, good at that. So yeah, this is for gray star seeds. I hope it resonated. Go watch the Mantis Starseed reading. Promise you it'll resonate, because like I said, praise and mantis, same WhatsApp group. Cool, guys. All the love.